Hey guys, I wanted to show you my morning routine with just my climate control, which is my moisturizer. And then I put on the Silk Pore Minimizer. And then sometimes I'll do tinted moisturizer, sometimes I'll do foundation, depending on if I want a little more coverage. Sometimes I kind of like to mix them, especially right now because we're kind of in between. It's like the beginning of summer, and my tinted moisturizer that I got is a little bit light for me right now, and my foundation is a tad darker, so I kind of like to mix them just so I get a little bit of both. So I just washed my face and I have nothing on it, and I just thought I would show you my morning routine. So this is the climate control. And when you first get this, you want to shake that baby good. It should look like creamy like this. Sometimes it looks a little separated when it comes in the mail. So just make sure you shake it. I'm just in the habit now of shaking it every morning. And it's a spray, which surprised me. I was expecting a serum or something kind of creamy, but it's not. It's a spray. And I will just squirt it right into my hands. And obviously make sure you have clean hands. I tend to be a little more on the dry side. So I use, I don't know, what did I just do? Like 7 squirts? Sure, 7 squirts. But this climate control in Senegence, we call it magic in a bottle because it is anti-aging and it has a Senaplex Plus ingredients in it. This feels amazing. And even for people who are super oily, I have a friend who is pretty oily, and she uses climate control and has no issues. She uses the climate control and the tinted moisturizer, and no issues for her as far as it making her more oily. Okay, and then I'm going to take my pore minimizer. Just do like 2 little squirts. And this just fills everything in. Give you like a smooth base on your face. And honestly, it feels so good. I love it. If I'm in a rush, sometimes I skip this step, but I really like this. I think this makes your tinted moisturizer and foundation look just so smooth and so good. I use a couple different brushes for my tinted moisturizer or foundation. Some people squirt it directly on their face. Sometimes I put it in my hands, which I actually kind of prefer, but since I've moved my makeup station downstairs, now I'm on the main level, now I'm not by a sink, so I can't wash, I don't want to get up and wash my hands because that'd be way too much work. Okay, so I have the light color in the color correcting tinted moisturizer, and I have the dewy, which is a neutral color, in the original foundation. I did the original foundation instead of the anti-aging foundation because this one doesn't move. So with wearing masks, the other day I had a doctor appointment and I had this on, and I had a mask on for an hour, and of course I was messing with it and moving it around. There's literally nothing on my mask, and I used all my blush and bronzer and stuff I used with ShadowSense, and there was nothing on my mask. It's like magic. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little of the tinted moisturizer just directly on this brush. This brush comes in a kit with tons of brushes, and they are very well priced, and I have been really impressed with the quality. So I'm just gonna do like two little pumps, if you will, of the tinted moisturizer. And all of the products have the Senaplex plus magic in them. And I could honestly probably get away with this color even when I'm a little tanner, because I'm gonna put a little bronzer on over it as well. So it's not like it would look super creepy or off. I just kind of like to mix them. I like to look a little tanner if possible. Okay, and so then this is the foundation. I'm just gonna put it on the same brush, 2 squirts of that. Same thing, get a little everywhere. Make sure you get close to your hairline. Sometimes I even kind of go like up in my hairline, so you don't have like a line like a makeup mask. And then I go over my lids. I just personally like to, and definitely go down your neck a little bit. Another thing I love about the foundation is that if I am wearing a white shirt or a light colored shirt, I always feel super paranoid that I'm gonna get my makeup all over it. And I do not worry about that now with this. And so then I just kind of brush it up, make sure it's meshing. I shouldn't have put my earrings in yet, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. Okay. And then this little, this is Candlelight. I have a couple little acne spots, and I swear it's from wearing that dang mask. Mask problems. So you can use Candlelight, or we do sell, what's it called? Concealer. And we have a green concealer, which is awesome if you have acne or any sort of redness, red spots, that kind of stuff that you want to cover up. Get that green concealer and put the concealer on underneath your tinted foundation or whatever you're putting on your face. And that is pretty much all I do for that. And then that is that. Pretty simple. And so then I just ordered the bronzer from Senegence. It comes, I'll show you when I get it. It's pretty nifty. And I can't wait to get that and try that out. But for kind of a bronzing, blushy look, I've been kind of mixing it up between Pink Posey, Mocha Java, and Garnet. And Garnet is what I put in my eyebrows as well. And I'm not going to do a whole makeup thing right now just because I wanted to keep the video short. Didn't want it to turn into an hour-long video. But there's a few different ways you can put this on. And also, I just ordered the tinted moisturizer in the deep color that I'm going to use as kind of like a bronzer, contour, that kind of thing up around here under your jaw. So Pink Posey kind of has like a little bit of a pink color to it. And I'll do a different video going more into detail of the different ways you can use the ShadowSense because it's so multi-dimensional. But you can either just put it directly on your face, or you can take your brush and dab it, which is what I do typically for my eyebrows. And then like once you dab it on, you have a couple minutes, I would say, to kind of get that rubbed in. So you don't have to feel like panicky about like, oh, I have to get it fixed straight this second. Just kind of pull this down here, whatever is left over in the brush. And then, just can't do it with my left hand, can't do it. And I swiped this off when I got it out so it wasn't super, super thick and heavy. But you just keep on rubbing her in. And I kind of like to do circle motions, and I make really, really ugly faces when I'm doing this. It's pretty funny because Blakely will use her play makeup and kind of pretend like she's putting makeup on. Obviously it's not real, and she'll make really funny faces. Like when she's pretending to do her eyeshadow, she's always like, it's pretty funny. So I just kind of take this, and I will probably use this maybe, I'm assuming, a little less once I get that bronzer in, but I haven't gotten it in yet, and I don't want my makeup rubbing off on my mask. So my light is not super even right here, if I'm being honest, so it doesn't look perfect. And then I'm gonna take some Mocha Java. This is another way I'll do this. So these last forever because you just don't need that much. But sometimes I'll just swipe it on my hand, just like that, just so then I feel like I can kind of get it up in my brush before I get it actually on my face. And I really like that too. I don't feel like I'm losing a lot of product. I feel some people are like, why would you put it on your hand? You're gonna lose product. But I don't really feel like I'm losing that much from it, if I'm being honest. But it probably is a little bit better to just put it directly on. I just wanted to show you that option. So, and this is long wear, not going anywhere makeup. And I love that about it. Okay. And I swear my face gets so itchy when I'm doing my makeup. It's the weirdest thing. And I don't want to touch my face. Okay, so then now I will go in, and then typically I'll do like I'm gonna put a little more pink Posey on here. Next I'll do my eyebrows, and then my eyes, and then my mascara, and then my lips. And then when my whole face feels done, then I'll go back in if I feel like I need any more foundation anywhere, or concealer anywhere, or anything like, you know, more bronzing kind of look. Okay, so there we go. That's just my base face, and like I said, this is taking longer than normal because I'm talking, and sometimes I just make it really simple, and I'll just put climate control on and tinted moisturizer on, and like that will pretty much be it for the day, just if I'm having a really casual kind of day at home sort of thing, or not doing much. But if I'm putting on my whole face, then I just take a few more steps to make it look quite right. Okay, so that's my base face, and I use Candlelight. I use Candlelight as, I guess this is kind of part of my base face as well. This is I always use Candlelight. I also just got Snow, which is like a soft white, which I think will be a really pretty option. But I will put this on my eyelid, and I don't typically have like an dark under eye issue, but if I'm wanting a little brightness down there, I'll just pull it around like I just did. And all of these brushes are from that same kit, and I will link it for you guys. And so I'm just gonna pull this around. And then if I feel like I've made any weird, crazy mistakes with my eyeshadow, I'll go back in with this brush with the Candlelight ShadowSense, just to kind of clean things up. Yep. And that is my base face.